Greetings, Taurians, and thank you so much for coming back to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back, okay? This is going to be our general reading for January 2025. There are some things that I'm looking at already in spirit. I'm already seeing that there's a strong possibility that you Taurians will benefit greatly from some classes this month. It looks like there's some kind of returning to school. There's something you need to accomplish, a piece of paper, a document, a certification, or something like that. And as you are going forward to accomplish it, you will be sitting in some type of a classroom setting, because this is either a license or some type of a clearance. It's a document that's going to give you a clearance to go forward, okay? This is also going to be a very busy time for telephone conversations and meetings. It looks as if the amount of meetings for those of you that are self-employed, the meetings are going to double in volume this month. This is going to be a busy month for you, record keeping, closing out the year, and you're realizing some new things that are happening in your life and how you have to learn new skills to prepare yourself. New, not just skills, but new information. There is some information that you have to know. Even though others work for you or might be working with you, there's some stuff that you have to know, okay? All right, let's do a Celtic cross and just see what the Spirit wants to show you as it relates to the cards. Okay, so definitely as you come into this reading cycle, you definitely are looking at this idea of ownership. This is you taking control. This is you taking control of your future. This is you like really like standing up, you know, really like you're really getting serious about what you're doing. And this is you standing up, making a decision that you're choosing this path as opposed to that path. Definitely very strong energy you're coming into this month. Some of you though are you're either going to be using your car more than regular, which means that you're going to have to do more maintenance on it. Some of you are going to be traveling local. Some of you also be purchasing a car. This car relates to a car and it relates to mobility. Yes, it does have a secondary interpretation of victory. That's true. But in this context, in the way that I'm receiving this card has to do more with your car, your automobile. For those of you that have a car, you've been waiting to repair it or something like that, this is a time to make sure you do it. Once again, as I spoke in the beginning, talking about information that you're acquiring, this this epiphany type of situation where you're becoming aware of something, gathering more knowledge, knowing how to cut through the BS and how to cut through the red tape. You know what I mean? Like, in other words, those of you that are working, that are involved in your own business, there are things that you have to know that only you need to know, not your staff, not people working around you and with you and for you, but there's knowledge that you need. And this is going to be a month when you're going to be really seriously looking at gathering that information. Some of you are dealing with an energy, a masculine energy that wants to control you. This masculine energy is, at this point, this person is stalking, almost annoying, that type of thing. This is not a person that just wants to control you. This is a person that's sort of like really being annoying, like they're being consistently annoying in your life. I also see this is a very good time when you are really looking at your diet as well. You're looking at clearing out some things in your life, in your body temple. You're looking at perhaps a cleansing, as I mentioned a few moments ago, probably. This idea of washing the interior of your body. You might be experimenting with some new herbs or some new herbal remedies or teas or drinks, something like that. You might actually be looking at making your own drinks. I see some of you have a jar and some of you are working with creating your own healthy drinks. And so this is something that's going on during this time. Once again, as I mentioned, opportunities, new opportunities, chance for you to grow in the path that you're on, like you're already en route, you're already on the right path. This is an opportunity for you to grow and to expand. That's what's happening in this month of January. It is pushing you towards expansion and towards elevation. But like I said, and I keep saying this, I know, sorry, there's information that you have to gather that you need relating to a document, okay? This card speaks about a resurrection. This card speaks about you actually going to another level. This is almost like an airplane going down the runway and then taking off. This card is the card, it's called Judgment, but this card speaks about this notion of rising from the ashes. This card speaks about you focusing. This card speaks about you rising. And this card in particular, the way this card is depicted, the imagery talks about you rising with people who are like-minded, like building your corporation or your company of people. So whether it's an informal setting or a formal setting, this is you rising to with people that are going in the same direction. This is not a time when you should be so open and giving with your time, your money, and your energy. And that's going to be juxtaposed to this person. And this person that's being annoying, that's pushing against you, they are causing you, or they have caused you in this section of your reading to be somewhat distracted, taking energy and time dealing with them. And this person, if you want to look at the astrological signs, this could be a fire sign. But aside from that, because I don't really like to limit your interpretation of it, because fire sign, this really means fire type of personality, the archetype of a person that is assertive, even to this point being aggressive. This person is in some ways borderline dangerous. I'll leave it like there, okay? The moon card talks about you not seeing everything, but it does also remind you to rely on your intuition. So in other words, imagine if you wake up in your room where you live and where you sleep and the lights are out and you get up to go to the kitchen or to the restroom in the middle of the night. What happens is you know how to get from where you're laying down to how to get to the door to go into the next room in the dark. You're relying on your memory, you're relying on your knowledge, you're relying on, in this sense, in a broader sense, you're relying on your intuition, okay? You can expect also some changes. Not only will there be changes between you and this person, not only will there be total changes between you and this person, whereas a possibility you may have liked this person in the past and now you can't stand them. This also speaks about a change in your workplace. In other words, as I told you in the beginning, this idea of growth is bringing you to a changing place. This is not where you're in control and you know everything. Now is a time for learning, okay? All right, Taurians, I'm going to stop there. I hope this reading has shed a light in a dark corner of your life and given you some hope and some truth and some encouragement. But even more than that, giving you some confirmation about stuff that you've been feeling. Good time for transformation, good time for growth for everybody across the board. Taurians, stay blessed. Talk to you soon.